I'm lonesome but happy, rich but I'm broke, and the good Lord knows the reason. I'm just a cowpoke from Cheyenne to Douglas, the ranges I know, 'cause I drift with the wind. No one cares where I go. I ain't got a dime in these old worn out jeans, so I'll stop eating steak. I'll go back to beans. I'll pick up a 10 spot in Prescott, I know, riding the broncs in the big rodeo. Some evening springtime, Philly all fine, I might spend all summer with her on my mind. But I'll never be branded, never be broke. I'm a carefree range riding, drifting cowpoke.
just to feel alive again. Pushing forward through the night, aching just to lower aside. It's so far away. It's so far away. Cold wind blows into the skin. Can't believe the state you're in. It's so far away. It's so far away. Who are you trying to impress? Steadily creating a mess. Smoking fun on a runaway train. Just to feel alive. Pushing forward through the night. Aching chest to blow aside. Aching chest to blow aside. Aching chest to blow aside. Step in front of a runaway train. Just to feel alive again. Pushing forward through the night. Aching chest and blow aside. Aching chest and blow aside.
Well, that was my attempt at being cinematic. Making this little ride we got look pretty. Right now, going to the Moonshine Shack to get some moonshine for the shop. The shop on the island, the Republic of Cunningham. This new island I have. Claiming it. RPing that it's mine. I think it could bring a lot of interesting things to the table, interesting storylines. If people allow it to, of course. Still don't know how the admins are going to feel about it. Me posting signs on the island, claiming it for myself. Planting my flag, opening stores. Having my fellow outfit members open stores. We'll see how that goes. Working on the store. I don't know if anything's going to happen today, obviously. Anything big. But still developing this island. That's kind of the main thing on the docket at the moment. Let's see anybody. Alright. I'll get some of these. Gonna change back into my Guarma. I mean my Republic of Cunningham gear. I gotta speak that into existence. That's not a clothing store. We need the wardrobe. Guarma Tyrant. Oh, it's a good place to delete some things. Perfect. Bugging me having all these wrong outfits as well. Delete. There we go. Go. I don't usually wear the coat very often unless it's raining. Poncho, just because I could get a poncho. Well, essentially, well, let's get the necklace, of course. Never seen it with the necklace. Probably out there, but never seen it. This is our island look. This is our island tyrant look. It's not that fancy because it is an island. I like the little, I don't even know what they are, strings around the knees. I like that. Shirt looks dirty because, you know, we're sweating a lot on a tropical island. Don't want to wear something thick. The hat looks kind of normal, small sun hat, I suppose, or island hat. Got the hatchet, my left hip there. Got the satchel because, you know, if you're gonna be walking around an island, you need to carry some things with you. Overall, I liked it. I like it. I'm a fan. The shoes are the only real fancy thing about the outfit. I don't know if I can get a good look at them. But yeah, that's our island fit. I'm a fan. I think I put on a batch last night. To find out. Let's see. I did. Perfect. I'll take that. Got mash in here. Let's go ahead and make another batch then. Do I need more bottles? I think I need 10 total. Yes, I do. Just drop them all in here. Beautiful. Moonshine. Takes about an hour 40 minutes. Could make more mash as well. Let's go for it. It's the beginning of the night. Do it. Actually, how much alcohol do I have left? We're gonna drink some shine. Bottles of alcohol. 10. How much does the shine? Oh, there's only one? Oh, I can't even see it now. Let's go ahead and make the strong mash batch while we can. Let's get drunk. Let's write Nadine back. Let's make this maybe interesting. This could be funny. She's probably not awake. Well, actually, the first time I met her was about this late. It's just simple. Howdy. How are you? She knows I have a fiance, but she hasn't met her. But she was awfully flirty. I was a little bit too. Let's be real. Let's get drunk. Let's get wasted. Oh yeah. That's good stuff. That's the good stuff. Some nuts. Naturally. Let's see. I think one more. Fill me up here. Good enough. And now we drink some more shine. Look at this beautiful, beautiful bar. Look at all those candles. It's gotta be a fire hazard. But it's dim down here. More candles up there. Why are they hanging below the damn things? The whatever that is, drapery. Candle's about to burn it down. Fuck's sake. Oh shit. I don't even need any more. Oh well, fuck it. Getting wasted, might as well. See, now we're hungry again though. I will take it. Let's watch a fight. Oh yeah. Now that we're feeling it, let's bet on some fights. I feel good. Feeling great. 50. I always go A. Let's go B this time. Come on, B. Come on, B. B's on the right, left. Oh, good shot. Oh, got twins in there, almost. I think. Trading. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah, 51 me 45. What a deal. Well, gotta see a good fight. Some blood, a knockout. Put those guys, give those guys a UFC contract. I do think I put some money in the ledger upstairs, but I'm not really sure exactly how it all works. I've had this shack way long enough to know. I just never really messed with it too much. What we got in here? 50 cents. Oh, never mind. I think you had to bet against somebody to actually make money, but I don't know why you would lose money. It's kind of stupid. My own damn I'd rig it if I could. Fuck's sake. My damn shack. Where'd my fucking horsey go? Hey, Denver. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Alright, yeah, let's go. It's cold out here. That's sick. Running a Valentine, always potential for some BS. No mail back from anybody yet. That's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe it's just too late in the day. Maybe I gotta get on earlier. Pick up earlier. Not safe to have things on your horse when you go into town. Although I don't care about water binoculars or bottles. Didn't realize it's actually a little more difficult to handle your horse when you're drunk. It's pretty cool. Wasn't responding as sensitively. I always loved to pitch my horse at the sheriff's office. They used to say shit all the time. Now they never say anything ever again. That's not ominous at all. That's not ominous at all. So actually, I should get some food. It's my natural habit to deposit all the money I have at all times. It's a good habit. Actually might get some food for the shop. I was talking about food. I think it was over here. We got a letter from the fiance. Okay, might not have to be alone much longer. I bought this whole store out recently and you literally restocked it very much. Take all 5 of these. Fuck it. Oops. See what the missus has to say. Denis Taylor. Okay. Let's go meet her. Will you be there when I get there? Some more food. More food. Food. There's food over here. Oh, I know where I can get food, actually. But while I'm here. Alright. Soggy Biscuit Boys stuff, I suppose. Munchies, okay, perfect. What the hell is that? Mama's Cheeky Pie. Donuts. Jesus, everything's so expensive here. Gonna have to pass on that one. Get a little bit of money up. Let's get 20 more bucks. Been on this server for a year, actually. Just about a year. Oh, Jesse's shop. About a year, so I have accumulated a good amount of money. My time here. And the whole reason I was thinking to maybe try to accumulate money was because I thought it would be a great way to... Has there always been guns on the front? And gun holes? That's pretty cool. Offer other people some more RP. You know, give other people opportunities and jobs, and like I'm doing now with the island. I'm trying to. I gave a shop away, which is $2,000 to start up, and I stocked it up. I don't even know how much I spent money. How much money I spent stocking it up. Let's see if this lose anything. And I have a moonshine shack that I didn't really use a whole lot till just the other day when I started taking over the island. But the whole point of that was also to let somebody use it and kind of just give opportunities to them. I let somebody kind of treat it as their own, decide who can come and go from it, how they want to work it. Nothing. And just stuff like that. I ask people to help me do jobs, and I'll pay them. So it's not so much about being rich. It's about having. Well, I've been here a long time, so I should have money. I mean, if I've saved it and been financially savvy or business minded at all with my character. But really, just the RP I can provide by having money. Like I'm gonna host these events. There's gonna be big prizes, $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 prizes, and that's $10,000 is a lot of money. Accounting. Most people haven't been here more than a month or two, a few months. So, if I can provide RP with the money that I have, then that's what I want to do. That's why I have the money, essentially, is what I'm saying. Pulled fresh right out of the river. Alright. O'Shea. Cool. So I'll get to talk about the island today with a new person. That's always good. But money, like everything in RP, is a tool to tell a story, to use to help tell stories. So, been watching a lot of good RPers and other servers teaching me a lot of things just watching. $40 for a joint, Jesus. Also, I can help people people keep their shops afloat. You know, I can go in and just buy everything they own to help restock their store. Now, obviously, I can't just walk around and throw money everywhere because there is this sense of you don't want to take opportunities away from other people to for their own RP. You know, if I just start handing money out, people whose stories hinge on, you know, them needing to support themselves and make money, like rob banks or subs or something like that. I don't want to take that away from them, the opportunity for them to find their own way to make money. But look at that. Those are $50 over there. They're $5.50 here. For fuck's sake. What the heck is that? The ecstasy elixir. Also, having money affords me the ability to just buy stupid, or maybe not stupid, buy stuff that I've never heard of before and just see if it actually does anything. See, that I'm sure that doesn't do anything. That I'm not sure. But it could just be equivalent to sin or a joint, which would be worth a lot less than $100. But sometimes, you know, I'll just say, let's try this. Bring a gift. Oh god. Gifts are always dangerous. Shay. I think I know who this is. I think I've met him. I think we rode together on some stuff before. I don't know if he knows because of the El Presidente title. I don't know if he knows. But he should know the Cade Cunningham, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, my tag is misspelled. Yucks. Yikes. Cunningham. Howdy, I'm heading to the island soon. Would you like to meet me there in a little bit? I will. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure we're stocked. I'll show you the crib. The crib is here. I like to take the back route. It's probably not faster at all, but it feels faster, and you can avoid all the BS on the way. But actually, I gotta remind myself. If I were in trouble, that's the way I want to go, but I need to be bumping into people and not just avoiding people. That's not good for RP. You get robbed enough times, it makes you want to avoid people, but it's part of the reason why we're here, is to rob and get robbed. So, yeah, I can just go. Boom. You would draw this automatically, and they will sometimes. Boom. It's a lot faster. to the house. I get salary every 15 minutes because I work for the newspaper. In case, I don't know if I've said that yet, but almost past it. The thing I hate about this house is that hitching post right in front of my horse. It's not functional. Hitched to the tree. Did I forget to buy bottles? Probably did. I did. That's okay. This is my crib. Cunningham property. Violators will be shot. No trespassing. It was furnished. We were gonna, or completely furnished. We were gonna remodel it, the inside, the furniture, like the interior designing, but we had problems with things disappearing, so we had to. So we picked everything up, and we were gonna put it all back down after kind of the server started being a bit more friendly towards it. But we never really got around to it. Got busy doing other stuff, but. Still on my to-do list. Probably will be forever. Cunningham Kush. Start carrying my smokes again. I think that's good. I guess I don't need these right now. Don't need all that, just need one. I kind of want to start carrying my shotgun again, actually. Pump. Is that the one? There's another one in here, maybe. Elephant rifle. Had some pretty cool things. Molotovs. Those can be really hard to get. Dynamite out there too. Deer jerky, yes. Take 10 of those for the shop. Can't carry more items. Do I want to put away the car key? Yes, I'm gonna put the car can away. I still need the shotgun ammo that I've been carrying around on me. Still don't need the revolver. I have a volcanic pistol. I don't need revolver ammo on me. Rifle. If I'm taking the like that, then pistol express, repeater express, shotgun. I don't need those. Shay. That'd be fantastic. I'll be by the boat that we have to board in Saint Denis. Alrighty. I will be right to the boat. Time this to be safe. 20 minutes. What time is it anyways? 86, okay. El presidente. Qué bueno. Come on, Denver. Yeah. Yeah. A little dirty there, buddy. Cleaned up. Get you nice and shiny. There you are. There we go. All right. Let's ride. Yeah. Oh, I see. I got it right there. Why does it do that? I don't understand. I don't understand why it does that. Have everything set before you can go into cinematic. Let's get a tune going.
The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet badly ripped, and the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron, when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Howdy. I hear ya.
Well,
Hello.
the executioner, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Is that convincing?
Yes, ma'am. Convincing of other things, too.
Hmm. I have a mask for it as well, but...
Alright, let's see it. Oh, yeah. I would say that that completes the look. I'd be fucking horrified. I am horrified. Actually. Scary. Spooky. The double bandoliers is what does it.
Right. That's what I thought.
How do I look?
Tan. Like you've been spending a lot of time on an island or something.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. So Shay actually wants to meet up.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's very interested in these bulk orders. So I'm gonna explain to him at a meeting why I can't sell him bulk.
I getcha.
So we have a meeting with him in 10 minutes. 10 minutes if you want to come.
Where?
The island.
Oh.
We gotta start conducting business in our fucking island. Yeah, I don't think it'll take long.
I need some food and water.
I have food and water.
Okay. I need it.
That'll fill you up.
Cake.
You want some coffee with it? That should be good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
And then you can have a couple
I
waters.
was making
on top of it.
fun, weird outfits. I've been here for a while.
I mean, this one looks good.
I knew you'd like this one.
How did you know I'd like it?
It's because it's not really, far from other things that I've worn that you enjoyed. But the other one's probably not so much. But that's
Ooh, I like your volcanic.
I thought you saw that before.
I probably have, but I just haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Eventually, now that we're not like at risk of getting thrown in the fucking ocean every day, I might get my shit customized.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
You really have, actually, but also you don't really create
Right.
as many waves as some people.
Correct. I seem to be creating waves, but they seem to be positive waves. So.
Oh, well, must be nice.
Oh, I forgot I also have this.
What?
For when I don't wear the mask. I have another mask.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Scary.
Oh yeah? Comes in fun colors, but I think the black and white's good.
Also like the pigtails, as you know.
Yes, also. Oh wow.
You willing to go with me to the island to meet Shay?
Yeah, sure.
Trying to think where do we want to meet him? I'd like this sets a precedent for where we do our official business. What chairs would be nice.
The bar has chairs.
Oh, the one that's more up more north along the shore, north of my shop.
I mean, that one's a little farther to get to, but the one with your shop has chairs.
Out front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. I mean, it's yeah.
Like in front of the. Are you sure?
There's tables and chairs there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know how I didn't remember. Okay. Alright, we can do it there. That works. I'll tell him to meet me at my shop in 10 minutes.
Alright.
Maybe 5.
Oh, stop yelling about my mask, lady. I don't need some shit from you
You
today.
don't need to bump into me, fucking peasant. Nah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. She's alright. There's a lot of
Oh god,
eyes.
they're twins.
There's a lot of prying eyes around. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're twins, but they're definitely wearing the same outfit. Why don't we take a little stroll through the park after I send this pigeon? That might be nice. Just a quick one. What? Wait.
No. I just feel like I'm not really dressed for a stroll in the park.
Well, you're dressed for the meeting we're going to following, so that's fine. That's more important. That's you. Shay.
Shut the hell up, sir.
What do you say?
Tell me to take my mask off.
Then he whimpered after you told him to shut up. A little mini whimper. Kind of sound like a dog, too. You coming?
Sorry, it's warm.
Everyone, it's fucking dress. It's dress alike someone else day, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah, let's talk about my goddamn mask day.
Alright, counterclockwise, the way God didn't intend.
Oh. Alright.
I wish we could. Maybe I'll contract somebody to have a nice plaza built in on the island like this. Might be expensive though.
True. It's so nice here.
It was really nice. I found a couple beautiful beaches last night.
Yeah?
That's right.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
They keep making me want to stab them.
Are people complaining? Well, you could take the mask off if you wanted. Look at that. Look, a gardening hoe. Why don't we just take this one?
What?
A gardening hoe.
I can't see it.
You're blind then.
Alright. Probably.
Why is the stop sign right here? Oh, City Railway stop. Oh, that's where they stop. Okay. Interesting. See if they got any drinks in stock.
Priest offered me a job.
Yeah, after your promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what we got.
I was like,
Oh, lots of stuff.
oh,
Would you like a glass
really?
of wine?
Sure.
All right, bartender. I'll take a glass of wine and a what do I want? I'll take a whiskey.
Oh, I see.
What?
These are the people that own the compound.
Yes, it is.
I see.
Also, I think this is one of the oldest standing stores in the...
Yeah, it is.
Actually.
It sure is.
Because this was about... I mean, this was here, I think, close to when I first rode into county. I think. I have toast.
Mm-hmm.
To new beginnings and always just a tip for you. Happy endings.
Cheers.
Cheers. I got a whiskey instead of a wine. Hope you're not offended. A little stronger than your wine. I'm more of a whiskey guy myself.
That's alright.
This is a beautiful bar though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame they don't
I
have...
saw Andy here the other day.
Oh yeah?
He was hiding from his bachelor party.
That's so funny. I wish
He sprinted, he like broke down the door, and I turned around and I'm just like, "Oh hey Andy," and he's like, "Alcina," and I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh hey, I'm hiding from my bachelor party right now," and I was like, "Oh," and then he just ran upstairs. Apparently, he eventually made it.
wait, yeah. That's why I guess that's why I didn't get an invite. Because he didn't want to go.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even get invited to the wedding, so.
What's that? We didn't get invited to the wedding, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck him. He doesn't get an invite then.
Oh, stop. Maybe it was more of a private ceremony.
Isn't that what ours is, kind of?
I mean, I guess.
Oh shit, I'm fucked. That last gulp hit me kinda hard. Alright, you ready? Oh! I'm alright. I'm alright. Yeah, I'll be alright.
I don't think...
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Maybe I should...
No. I got this.
Okay.
Oh, my horse doesn't even... Denver doesn't even think I should. He farted on me. Bastard.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. Yep. Whoa, Denver.
I don't know that it's Denver's fault.
Oh, yep, there we are. We're
Okay.
good. We're alright. Just tell me which way to go. Am I going the right way?
No.
Alright. How about now?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I got this. Oh shit. Oh, bushes, over the bush, Oh,
Jesus.
I'm good, I'm alright. Oh god, I really can't see. Where do I go? Straight?
For a second.
Oh, I think I know where I am. Is it this way? Oh god.
Yeah.
This way? Oh, train. I see the oops.
Yeah, what if we just walk from here?
Okay, alright.
Right.
Let me tell the train station guy I'm leaving my horse here, alright?
Alright.
Hey, Charlie, I'm leaving my horse here, alright? Look after him. Alright. Yeah, yeah.
You doing alright?
Mm-hmm. Great. Feeling fantastic, actually. Whoa, missed a step.
Jeez.
That's a big drop. Alright, I'm good. That's it. Howdy.
How's it going?
Not too bad. Who might you be?
It's Mortimer Jones.
Mortimer Jones. Looks like you got into you got something on your shirt there. A lot of red. A little bit of red on your shirt.
Oh yeah, it's a red shirt. A little bit of dirt on it.
It's kind of starting to brown as it dries. Kind of like, well, never mind. All right. I'll just don't ask, don't tell. Fair enough. Alrighty. Well, I see you visited my island. Yeah, is that where you were? You were in that last boat over here?
Yeah, it was out of Guarma.
Well, it used to be called Guarma. Now it's Republic of Cunningham. I am El Presidente. Mucho gusto.
Well, nice to meet you.
Likewise. Well, if you excuse us, we're off to on our way to a business meeting.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it easy now.
But you said Mortimer?
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
People call me Morty.
Morty. Alrighty. Well, I'll see you soon, maybe, on the island.
All right.
I think he's a spy for the old Guarma, the old nation of Guarma. Trying to infiltrate.
I don't know, you seem pretty nice.
Well, if you're gonna be a spy, you would want to
Yeah,
seem
but
like
you
you're
also might
assimilating.
not be covered in blood. Like you might not wear that out kind of thing.
Well, he might have been slaughtering our troops. Our militia. Or our citizens.
Look, alright, look. Look, right here.
Maybe they're undercover as Republic of Gormans. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see if he knows Spanish. That'll tell us everything we need to know. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Shay?
Oh, hello.
Howdy.
President Cunningham?
Why don't you have a seat?
Oh, thank
Anywhere
you
you
very
like.
much.
Well, maybe let the lady sit first. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. I have not even seen you. Just
Oh, yeah.
peeled out of thin air.
This is a different Shay. This is my fiance, Alcina.
Howdy.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Alcina, this is Shay.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
And nice to formally meet you.
Yeah, likewise, sir. It's been a while. We've been in contact for so long.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy with. Now have a seat, please. Anywhere you'd like.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Fair enough.
Yes, I'm a very open-minded man.
That's I see a little ahead of your time. I feel. Fair enough. Well, welcome to the island. What do you think? I know you've seen it already, but
Oh yes, this place is wonderful. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking about moving my entire corporation here.
now that's interesting.
I believe that we have quite a few things to discuss.
Maybe a bit more than I had at first realized. So, I guess first order of business is about the moonshine, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you have to say about following topics may impact what I have to say about my moonshine operation, but I guess we'll just start there.
No, of course. Go on.
So, I am looking to start a society over here. I'm looking for this to be a self-sustaining community. Obviously, now that I've taken over, I'd like to see this place flourish, and I'd like to bring life to it. Now, for that to happen, we need places, we need things for people to do to make money. We need money, money-making opportunities. We need tools, shops that sell the tools people need to make money. We need all sorts of things. We need employees, citizens, ideally maybe houses, property for sale, things like that. Now, this is going to be a long-term project. Now, nothing's going to happen overnight, and I'm aware of that. Anything worth building takes time to build.
Well, you know how they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Precisely. And as much as I would love to, at least at this point, sell you a shit ton of moonshine and make a shit ton of money together, is for one, I'm less interested in money and more interested in seeing this place develop and flourish, industrialize. A renaissance, if you will.
I completely got that vibe from you, from our letters, that you are a man of ambition and that you might not be as interested in money as I am, but nonetheless, I had a pretty good idea that you wanted to make this place something new, something fresh.
Correct. I've been around for a long time. You don't just take over an island overnight. This has been a year in the making. I've been in this county a while now, and being in the county a while and being the rambunctious, I suppose you could say it, driven, passionate man that I am, I have accumulated more wealth than I'll probably ever need.
Mm-hmm.
So at this juncture, money is way less important to me than this project that I've undertaken. So the reason why I haven't, overstocked my store to the brim with moonshine is because I want more people, I want multiple people to come here, multiple business-minded people like yourself to come here and be able to use this place to make money and have, multiple businesses and things like that. If you were to come in and buy all of my moonshine stock, then there potentially be other people who could make some money who would want to step foot on this island to get the moonshine and to sell it, that, we'd be taking that opportunity away from them, perhaps.
No, that's you. You're very correct about that.
So that's where I'm at with this island. I have my whole outfit. We've been now we're in the beginning phases, the discovery, the exploration of this place, trying to see its full potential, and trying to find our own roles. Now, me as the head of the family, finding the role of being the nation's leader was a pretty easy step. My fiance here, she, as you can tell, is a very intimidating executioner. She's going to help us uphold some sort of semblance of law and order around here.
Indeed.
I've got a few others with a few other roles, And this is all brand new, so it's not developed very much yet. But we've put in this store here. I put in this store. Had somebody in my family put in a shop just yesterday, way up in the plaza area. And so yeah, if you have anything to bring to this project, that would be more of a way that I would be interested in making this a lucrative project for both of us, more so than just shipping you a bunch of moonshine.
As a matter of fact, I did consider another type of business here, which is quite legal. I've seen quite a few repositories of stone, so the mining would also be flourishing in this island, as well as a trapper shop.
Trapper. Okay, so the mining thought, we've discussed this, and that's something that we were working towards and trying to figure out. We've taken the first step in the shop up in the plaza. It's a weapons and tools store. So I think we put some like 5 pickaxes in there, just as a start, to kind of show people that you can come here. So the goal, right, would be for somebody to wake up in the morning on the island, work their whole day away, whatever they wanted to do on the island, eat, sleep, party, drink, have friendships, interactions, maybe even creating their own business, and then go to sleep at the end of the day on the island. Basically self-sustaining enough that you wouldn't have to run to Saint Denis for anything. That's the long-term goal. And mining is going to be a huge part of that, I feel. So I like where you're going. I was hoping somebody would step up, and take over that idea. And the trapper is something I haven't given too much thought to. I would like that as well, obviously, but I know less about it, so I would need some guidance in that one.
I can always make a prayer and figure something out. I have not been long here, to be honest with you. I've been here for 5 days. I've already accumulated enough money, more money than I know what to do with. I'm running my own crew of 7 people, and they highly respect me in every regard, that is. Other than that, I've been acquainted to a whole different aspect of this county that I couldn't even imagine. Cut the story short, I've even been offered a special fruit.
Special fruit?
Yes.
What kind of fruit is this?
Well, I can't really go into the details, as it would probably get me killed, but let's just say I'll be a little bit more active during the night.
Oh. That's exciting.
Can I sit on your lap, babe?
Hello.
I am.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, I'll save that for later. Actually. See if maybe this chair doesn't like me. Maybe it hurts my butt too much.
We have guests.
Oh, apologies.
I like the way this man thinks.
There we are.
I do too most of the time.
There we are. Sorry, I get this island so beautiful. I get a little bit ahead of myself sometimes. Get a little excited. It's quite the place for a rendezvous with a beautiful woman. So.
Oh yes, it's a very romantic spot.
Well, so what is your Shay Williams? It is, right?
That's correct.
And so you have a crew. You said 7.
Yes.
Is this crew have a name? Is it just the Williams crew, or? Oh, for fuck's sake! Crash.
Oh my god, what the hell? That was horrifying.
I'll be up in a second. I was inspecting the docks
Oh
down
my
here.
God.
I'll be up in a second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Fuck's sake. Floating sea turtle.
Funny, I've just met one of your friends.
Oh?
Yeah, Mrs. Coletta.
Ah, yes. Yeah, she's wonderful.
Mr. Williams,
Yes, sir.
you care to take a walk?
Of course.
Should I stay here?
No, you come.
Okay.
Do you happen to know the person who owns the other store? Because I actually haven't met him.
I do not. No. I could.
I have a
find the
thought.
information for you.
What's that?
I believe that store is called Morty's Exotic Meats, and who did we just meet?
Morty.
We did. It didn't occur to me until you just said
Damn
that.
it.
I'm
We really
sorry.
should have.
I'm sorry.
If we weren't running late for a meeting, we should have had a discussion with him. Okay, that's good though. We've seen him. That's good. Maybe his pigeon number's a. Nope, of course not. All right, that's all right. That's funny. That's actually. Hilarious.
It really didn't occur to me until you just said that. I'm so sorry.
As you can see, this island is plagued with the war. You can see the physical evidence of the last war that took place here.
Well, I'm the glass kind of full outcome, you know.
It makes for. I mean, it adds to the beauty, the feng shui, you know, of this place.
Sure, you could take a look at the ruins, but then again, look at that view on the right.
Exactly.
It's all about the choice of where you want to look.
Another thing we're going to be doing as soon as we get a bit more established here, as soon as we get some shops and some self-sustaining businesses and activities and people, is we're going to host events here.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna host parties and events.
Yeah, lovely idea.
And
Definitely parties.
the events would be unique, one-of-a-kind events that the county has not yet seen, which I know you're probably unfamiliar with what a lot of the events have been in the past, seeing as you haven't been here.
Yes, I am.
But we have some very interesting ideas. Usually events are like, I don't know, what events are there? There's fight nights all the time. There's like, what is there, horse races maybe sometimes?
Donkey races.
Donkey races. The government sometimes will host events like, oh, there's a convoy of fuck, what's it called?
Speaking of donkeys, look how cute they
There's a wagon convoy filled with robbable goods that, you know, outlaws will chase down, or I think they even a train robbery maybe, I'm not sure. Events like that, right? But most of them, the federal government hosts, the main interesting ones. We're gonna have, because this is truly the last frontier of the county, truly the most lawless place, even more lawless than the West. We have an opportunity here to host events that this county's never seen. For instance, if I say the phrase, the most dangerous game, does that mean anything to you?
Well, seeing how I've been around the world a lot, I'd say maybe probably Russian roulette.
Essentially, manhunts.
Okay, I like the idea.
It's a bit too raw and gritty for a place on the mainland. It's a bit too illegal, actually. Obviously, you'd have lots of repercussions from sheriffs trying to chase you down for putting on events like these. However, here, point me to the nearest sheriff station. You can't do it. So we have an opportunity, and I want to take advantage of all this place has to offer. This also could be a refuge for really hardcore criminals on the run. Things of this nature. And that's what makes this place so unique, is it's underdeveloped, and it has so much potential, and it's completely lawless. So we want to do something unique in this place.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely see a huge opportunity for import and export.
Exactly. This is the plaza, Azul Plaza. This is where I'm kind of thinking eventually will be like one of the main hubs, besides obviously the coast.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we decided, and to help start that off, we put the store here with some guns and some tools. Now, unfortunately, the federal government mandates that a business owner may only own one shop at a time. So obviously my hands are tied. Otherwise, I'd open up 6 shops here, and I'd fill it with all kinds. Since money is no issue, I'd fill it with everything one would ever need. However, my hands are tied because I cannot. The government will not allow me to own that many shops. So I need other people, which is also going to be beneficial in the long run to have other people involved as well to help me develop this place.
Well, you can count on 2 more shops, I can tell you that much. Me and my right-hand man, we would be happy to set up a shop here. Well, 2 shops.
And I would even go so far as this being a place where we have our own government here. I would offer some financial what's the word I'm looking for?
Contribution?
Yes, that's a word for it, but not the word I was looking for. Financial incentives to open businesses here. Think of it like a society stimulus, a town stimulus to help this place get up and running.
I see. Maybe get like shop ledgers for a discount, stuff like that.
Exactly. I would help fund it. I would help stock it, and I would help also, ensure that, regulate it so that you're not underselling or overselling, price-wise. You're not getting ripped off, and you're not ripping other people off, essentially. But this fire right here is great for crafting. You can, brew stuff and cook meat, stuff like that. So this is a good place for a store of food and water, things like that. Now, as far as the particular details in the financial contributions and incentives I would be willing to offer, I haven't really thought through the details. And when I say I would be willing to help, it could be me or any one of the members of my outfit who are also along for this project with varying degrees of involvement.
Mm-hmm. I see.
But I know I'm throwing a lot at you today. But you
Not
mentioned
by any means.
a trapper and some sort of mining opportunity. So with the mining store, obviously we would sell everything that you would need to mine. And we could even point people with signs in the locations of the mines.
I did have one question. You know this island a lot better than I do. Is there a actual viable water source where people can go and
Yeah, I've been told from people. I've also been surveying the land for people who have been already starting to try to take advantage of what this land has to offer. I have been informed that you can gold pan. You can gold pan anywhere where there's water. There's a creek, there's a river that way. That'd be easier than the ocean.
Okay, perfect.
It's real long, and there's actually a beautiful waterfall at the end of it down back that way. So.
Oh yes, I actually remember going there once.
So there's definitely places to gold pan. I've been informed. Now I haven't discovered all the places yet. I've been informed there's great places to mine, and I've also been informed that there obviously is an abundance of trees. So chopping down trees for wood and would be very easy. That's the last girl I talked to. Her name was Nora. She was selling moonshine, but she was also told me this is where she comes to chop down trees because there's such an abundance of trees.
Yes, quite a bit actually. I've come across a lot of rocky formations for the mining, obviously, and a lot of dense forests. So there's definitely some chopping to be done.
Exactly. And another thing with the mining thing I was going to say a minute ago is I could even, to help incentivize, at least initially, I could even buy people's unwanted minerals that they mine for. You can actually set up your shop in such a way that you can sell things right to it, which is actually pretty new in the county. That didn't used to exist. So
Yeah.
that would incentivize people to just, to a point. Obviously, I couldn't have somebody mine $1 million worth of minerals and sell them to me, but to a point, I could pay people to sell me their unwanted stuff. I would buy it for the same price the mining company on the mainland would buy it for, and then I could just essentially take it and just sell it to them, but I would cut out them having to travel there. So I wouldn't lose any money, but I'd give people the opportunity to make their money here.
No, yeah, I definitely get the idea. You want people to come here and stay here as much as possible without having to go to the mainland.
That's the end goal, is cultivate a whole society, a whole town, here. And there's one more wrinkle that I'll throw on you, and then I'll give you the floor. I work for the newspaper, so as far as writing stories, advertising this place, advertising businesses here, advertising the potential, the desire for society and towns here, hell, even stretching the truth and using propaganda to accomplish these goals are all at my fingertips as well. So, with that said, we have a huge opportunity, and yeah, if you've got some ideas, I would love to hear them. Whether that be today or whether you need to think on them, come back and after all this stuff I've told you and talk about it another day. That will be fine as well.
Well, I definitely have some initial ideas I would love to share with you, but there's also some things that need to be thought over. But as a start, I'd be more than happy to open up a shop here nearby. You can even choose the location that you find the most suitable for the mining outpost. But yeah, I feel like gambling could be a very good and big hit here.
Absolutely.
As far as my own family is concerned, I could get my boys and girls to spread the word around the mainland about this place, and have people come over here, visit the countryside, do a lot of hunting. I mean, there's the hunting opportunity here is massive. That's why I believe the trapper shop would be probably your best bet. And afterwards, I'd say maybe like a lumber yard or something of the sort, the shop where people can sell the lumber.
If we show the federal government that there is a flourishing community here, I could see getting an official stable here, getting an official blacksmith place here. The opportunities I think are endless. I think it's just up to somebody to come along and cultivate the opportunities, to plant the seeds, to water them, to nurture them, and eventually, we'll have a forest.
Now, the idea of separatism and creating a whole new government here, I liked it very much. I feel like it can definitely be done. I think I already have enough people to cultivate something. And with you working for the newspapers, and I have a little bit of influence, we can definitely make something happen.
Now, I don't want to say we would, ever usurp the federal government or be on the same level. However, maybe eventually it could get to where we have some sort of privileges that, not normal civilians would have over this land,
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, it just would depend on the government and how this goes. I feel if we handle this correctly, then I don't see why not.
I think sadly, the biggest incentive around here is always money. and that's going to bring in people. With the manhunt that you have mentioned, I feel like it could give a lot of opportunity for some of the newer folks around the mainland to come here and explore their options.
And the prize, so there would be some sort of entrance fee to help curb the prize money. But I would we're talking, it's going to be high stakes events. I'm not talking win $100. I'm talking entrance fee being 100, 200, 250, but win 5,000 or something. If have 10 people trying to win $5,000 or 10 grand even. I mean, we can have this. It's really whatever we want to do. I mean, there's so much potential and opportunity.
The shops are definitely something to focus on first, and
Exactly.
definitely
Exactly.
establishing some type of tavern here.
Before I get too much attention here, I don't want to put the carriage ahead of the horse. I want this place. We need to establish a presence here before we start trying to get a bunch of people to come here, because we want stuff to be here and then people to come, not people to come and then say, oh well, there's nothing really here, and then leave. So we gotta get this place established first with some shops, some self-sustaining businesses, and some opportunities. So this right now is the phase where we have the industrialists, the Renaissance people, the people looking to build this from the ground up come over. And then once we've come in here and established that foundation, then we'll have people on top of it, who will come over and benefit from the people that came and built the foundation. But the people who are really going to make the money, if this works out well, is the people that are over here first, the dreamers, the passionate ones who want to build this from the ground up.
No, yeah, I definitely see the opportunity here. There's no doubt about it.
I do have some moonshine on me right now if you want to purchase any of this as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to. How much do you have?
I've got 5 on me right now.
Do you have anything in your stocks?
I don't think so. I think you cleaned me out last time. Actually, I have 10.
10 moonshine. Well, I would have to go get the money. I don't have it here, sadly.
We could go together. But first, let me give you this. We have to... Can't talk about all these grandiose ideas. See the potential.
Without the express?
And not share a beverage.
I agree. I can never trust a man fully until I've had some alcohol with him.
So grab your drink out and let's toast to new beginnings, the potential, and the last frontier. Yeah.
And to new friends.
New friends, new opportunities. Cheers. That's the good stuff. That's right. Yeah, let's make our way over to the bank then. That would be another huge thing if we could get some sort of bank here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but that doesn't seem very likely in the early stages.
No. But with shops, they kind of operate as personal banks. You can.
That's true.
And then houses would as well.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you that. Since you own this land, would I be able to set up a house somewhere?
So currently, we're gonna have to petition the government for more housing opportunities here. But I think they're not gonna really take our request seriously until we show some sort of consistent activity here. So that might be on the back burner for now. But that is in the that is on the horizon.
I see. Well, I'm definitely moving my family over here, so.
Feel free to, until you can officially get an official house deed, kind of squatter's rights at the moment. So wherever you can find a place you want to rest your head, go for it. However, do be aware that currently, maybe you already know this because you've been getting on and off the boat on the island, to and from the island, but if you have a headache, right, or if you fall asleep, on the island. When you wake up, the
water.
the water is a bit disguised. Yeah, kind of blends in with the floor of the ocean pretty good. So, but if you already know that, then you already know. Also, your map
Yeah,
gets
it's not
smudged a bit too.
No, I like it this way.
Yeah, it's all about, it adds to the adventure mystique of this place.
I mean, honestly, it gives us a advantage as well. If people come here and see that type of map and, shops all around, they're
Exactly.
going to be pretty hard to miss.
Exactly. And it's not too hard to see the shore. There's the group of buildings down by the shore, and then there's this plaza right here. There's some other things, but that's the main parts that the commerce will need to be, aware of anyways. So.
Right. Do you have anyone working the distillery, or is it just you?
There are people that are in and out of there with not much consistency at the moment.
Quite frankly, I would love to invest maybe 5,000-6,000 into your stock. I don't know how much you could possibly produce, but any amount, I'll buy it.
So that'll be a meeting that we'll have to sit down with the. I do have one member of my outfit that I've put in charge of the distillery for the time being. So that'll be a meeting that us three will have to sit down together on. He knows the ins and outs, the current state of it, a bit better than I do because he uses it more often. So that'll be a meeting that we can set up for sure.
Excellent. That'd be very interesting.
I'll send him
It will help us move along some other things as well, because with more money, obviously, what money comes in for us. On the mainland, I'm slowly getting there.
Absolutely. I was asking you before I had to check the structural integrity of the deck. If you are you just does you have a group? Your outfit have like a title, a name, a specific? Is it just a Williams?
We do not. We didn't have any need for one. But now that I think about it, with the everlasting growth of members, I do feel like it might be time.
It does make it easier to not only talk about to reference you guys as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, I would just say like Shay Williams and his crew, which is fine. But that and then if I talk to somebody in your crew and I'm like, who are you? What are you part of? And they're like, something. I don't know.
No, yeah, you're definitely right. Just last night, I took in 3 new people, so and they've really proven themselves. We did some forts and stuff, and they really did more than I expected them to do.
That's a whole nother potential this place has with the lack of law here. I've decided yesterday that I'm going to. I don't want to call it like classes, but I'm going to offer people an opportunity to learn how to rob banks and how to rob forts and things of that nature. Now, it won't be just anybody off the street, right? But if somebody, I build a relationship with them and they'd love to learn, then I would obviously be willing to teach people. So.
Yeah, I could honestly benefit from that as well. I'm like the only designated lockpick in that.
Yeah, and then that gets it makes it less flexible because you have to wait a certain amount of time and all that stuff. So between jobs.
Like I said, I mean, I know that money is no issue for you, but I have plenty of it, and I would love to be able to multiply it.
Well, then I don't know how you happened upon me in my shop that I just opened just a couple of days ago, actually. But it seems like perhaps there's an opportunity for us moving forward. So,
with a man on the last frontier with the title president, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of self-interest there, but definitely wanna do business with somebody like that, right?
Absolutely, and I have a lot of connections in the county. Like I said, I rode into the county about a year ago, so I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've met a lot of people. I've exchanged money with a lot of people. I've made enemies. I've made friends. I die for people. There's people that die for me. There's people that would kill me if they saw me on the street. So it's gonna make life a lot more interesting for you guys, probably knowing my crew.
That's good to know. I'll keep thinking about all sorts of ideas. If there's anything interesting that can come up in the meantime, I'll definitely let you know. But yeah, if you are able to set up that meeting with one of your colleagues, that would be perfect for the distillery.
I will. Also, actually, before I forget, let me send them something right now. We'll coordinate something, and then we will. I'll send you a pigeon with maybe a few different days and times to see when you're available.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm available almost every day. And when I say I'll buy everything, I mean I'll buy everything. No matter what the quantity is. I'll Did you, in particularly, like envision any position for me here if we do establish a government?
Well, that would be something that would, I think, play out organically and over time, because we're all still trying to figure out where all the puzzle pieces fit.
Yeah.
And obviously, the more we work together, the more we see each other, do business together, the more that trust can build. And obviously, the more that we can prove ourselves to each other, and the how valuable we are to each other, and then I think the opportunities would be endless. The potential for what your title, what your role around here could be. It could be, there is no limit. So that's something that we're just going to evaluate, I think, a day at a time.
Oh yeah, I'm certain it will be.
But your
It will be shown.
timing is impeccable, though, because this is the very, very early stages, and this is the time when I need to meet people with a vision and a passion that I have, or similar to what I have, such as yourself. That it's just the timing's perfect for you to meet me in this endeavor.
Likewise, I've been asked just today so many times, like, how did you make so much money in such a short amount of time? Like, you just need to envision it a little bit. Work your strengths.
Just a little bit of creativity and elbow grease will go a long way, yeah.
At this point, I'm not even selling the shine myself. I outsource people and I get the cut. Like, it's a passive income for me.
Well, yeah. You ever thought about getting your own distillery?
I did, and I probably will now that I have enough money. But yeah, I'm gonna put somebody else in charge of that. I'm more the field work type of guy.
No, I understand. More of a, when you're the leader of something, you have to start when you move up enough, you have to start delegating. You can't handle everything on your own.
Oh yeah, I'm just lucky that they actually listen to me and they're not, they're
Hey,
actually
money
know what
talks.
they're doing.
If you're giving them opportunities to make money, I'm sure they'll, that's a good start for sure.
Speaking of which, what's the current price on the market ledgers? The shop ledgers, sorry.
Like how much to open a shop?
Yeah.
It's $2,000 for the shop license, and
Okay.
then it's $100 monthly tax to keep it open.
Yeah. Okay, that's not.
So it's not bad at all. No. I actually gave one of the newest members of my crew that one. I just handed it to him, and I said, I have a couple like requirements, and that is like I want to this shop. I'm giving it to you because I want it to be in line with the vision here, and then once the vision's met, once you have it stocked with the things that I'd like, then all the other slots you can sell what you want for however much you want to sell it for. So,
Definitely, yes.
but we needed some semblance of a gun store here, right? So if you look in that shop, it's all the guns, or not all of them. It's the most. If you're a greenhorn and you're coming to the county and you want a carbine or a cattleman and some ammo, those kinds of guns. But we sell them for half the price that you'd find them, that the government would sell them for on the mainland. Just as an extra incentive, it's like.
Well, yeah, it's even cheaper than half.
Exactly. So that's the idea, is especially now in the early stages, start out cheap to attract people. And once because there's not much of a demand here right now, but once the demand goes up, then we could always change prices. But for now, I like to give people the opportunity for a cheap way to get some guns and some food and some water, and even the pickaxes are cheaper, and the gold pans will be cheaper, and the garden hoe will be cheaper, and all that. So that's kind of the idea. The dollar goes a bit further in the Republic of Cunningham, the mainland dollars. So.
Oh yeah. I did also want to inquire about something else. It's a little bit unorthodox and definitely off topic, but if you've been here for a long time, you probably have more information about it than I do. Recently, the person that approached me, they told me they would contact me soon about becoming a vampire.
Becoming a vampire.
Yes. Now, I don't know exactly if that's something that's permanent, whether or not if I was incapacitated, I would be completely dead, or after, like, what are the side effects?
I Alcina, insert Iris.
Yeah, you're gonna want to talk to Iris.
There's
my
my
but you
daughter.
couldn't go out already. You wouldn't be able to go out in the day. Number one thing is literally sunlight will kill you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought the vampire was all mumbo jumbo for a while, and then my daughter kind of introduced me to a couple of them, and after a couple heart attacks, I started to realize that there's something to that. So I can definitely get you in contact with somebody who's obsessed with the idea of vampirical existence that could really answer all those questions for you.
That would be good. I mean, two of my closest associates, actually family members for that, they are half-breeds. They do not suffer from the effects of the sunlight and other things. They're, free to move on and about in the sun, but at night they're able to turn into different creatures.
Let me send my daughter a pigeon as well, and I don't think she's awake right now, but when she is, perhaps tomorrow, she can probably tell you all the things you want to know and all the things you don't even care to know about vampirical things.
That would be excellent, because I have to know if I have to make a second pair of boots, if this is something that's permanent and irreversible, or if it's something that will damage me in the long run.
I met a couple, but it wasn't for very long, and it was only one time. They were actually pretty nice fellows, but scared the hell out of me when they were transfiguring into bats and shit.
Yeah, that's what my friends do. I was shocked the first time. And speaking of which, when when your wife said she's an undertaker, I had heard lots and lots of rumors that undertakers are directly connected with them.
I wouldn't know much about it, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
But there, sent her the mail.
Everybody has the same giggling reaction, and then they say they know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's. I think for a lot of people, it's kind of a hushed topic. I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know if when November rolls around, if we're gonna see the same sort of vampirical presence, but I'm not too sure because honestly, the vampires are new to the county as in the last I've seen a couple months.
So they've actually been around prior to October.
Correct, but not
Yeah.
not a year ago. Not that I remember. Not a year ago. So I don't know.
Sorry,
It's relatively new.
I was cooking.
No,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
they're newer. I mean,
Like I said, when you told me that you're an undertaker, I know for a fact that the undertakers are directly connected with them.
yeah, I don't know because I've
It's
not
alright, you
had
can
bad
say it.
interactions. I've not had bad interactions, right? But the last time I heard, well, okay, before everybody started hearing about vampires, I heard that quite a few of my Undertaker friends went up to a cave and they went in and then they started getting attacked by the vampires. And I've not heard like
I have found the tree itself
oh I see.
in Saint Denis,
Mm-hmm.
but it does require some type of sacrifice before it bears fruit.
Right.
This is all fucking. This is all above my head. I'm not. I'm not the whole spiritual, ghostly evil spirit things. I don't know anything about this shit.
Wait, if I understood correctly, your daughter is one.
I'm
She
not
isn't herself.
She just has a passion for these things. That
Uh-huh.
She works close. She's a witch.
Okay.
Yes.
She works closely with.
Look, it's my daughter, so I'm gonna support her in anything she wants. But that doesn't mean I know anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, you two are essentially sworn for secrecy as much as I am.
No, I literally don't know anything about it. I didn't even believe
he-
vampires were real till like a week ago.
He honestly.
I'm a realist and a numbers and a science guy. So to wrap
So
my
am
head
I.
around humans turning into bats is like almost impossible for me to do.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It was very shocking to me as well. I'm a realist as well, and money and ambition is all I know. And then all of a sudden, I see somebody turn into a bat, and it's really something. It's a hard
Oh
pill
my
to swallow.
gosh.
As a matter of fact, the only time that me and my daughter have had real conflict, the only time I've ever seen her look at me in the face with disappointed eyes was the conversations that we had following me meeting her vampire friends and still having trouble believing that vampires existed. That's the only time she's ever looked at me and made me feel like I was a bad father. So, if that tells you anything about how hard it is for me to believe that stuff.
No, yeah, I understand, but I do see the benefits of it, and that's why.
It kind of scares the heebie-jeebies out of me, I'll be honest.
All
I
the
mean,
things
if you walked up to Iris and you were like, I have the opportunity to become a vampire, she would literally look at you and go, do it. Like, that's the level
But I
that
don't.
she is.
But I would say that I think it's smart of you to inquire about what that means because
But yes.
she would also want you to be a good representation of what they stand for. Because
precisely.
they naturally have a lot of enemies and they're naturally hunted and misunderstood, I would say, as far as I could tell.
Could I have her PO number?
Yeah. So her name is Iris. Are you writing this down? Let me. All right. Her name is Iris. Iris. Her last name is Wisteria. Which is so Iris Wisteria, Westeria dash Cunningham. And then Cunningham is kind of spelled like a, like a smart pig, I guess. And then her number is 5310 5310. She's very eccentric and feisty. Just a heads up. And if you say anything that she could even perceive as remotely bad about me or Alcina, she'll probably chop your head off immediately.
I don't think we have a problem there.
No, I don't think so either. I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you a personality diagnostic there.
Well, I do appreciate it, even though it's your daughter. So.
No, that's why we love her though. She's actually the longest standing member of my outfit, of my family. So, but next to me, obviously. But yeah, if you want to make your way over to the, if we want to make our way over to the Saint Denis Bank, is that where you keep most of your funds, or the funds you have?
I actually keep it in the roads. If you want, you can place the shine in the shop. I'd be happy to pick up later.
Oh, actually, yeah, that works perfect, because we got some other stuff we got to take care of as well.
Of course, I wouldn't want to waste more of your time.
That's not time enjoyed is not time wasted. Plus, anybody who's willing to get excited about this vision, even half as excited about this vision as I am, is all right in my book.
Well, I'm really pleased that we came to an understanding.
We'll have to talk more in the future and see this thing through.
You bet I will. No pleasure, Mr. Cunningham. Or should I call you El Presidente?
It's up to you. It's up to you. Maybe mix it up. Maybe surprise me each time. How about
that? Sure.
Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to you soon then.
Have a good one.
You too. Alright. So, are you finished at the tailor?
I technically wasn't, but I'd need to go get more money if I wanted to make another outfit. So.
Do you mind just hanging out for a minute with me at the store while I put some things in there?
Sure, I might be in my head, but...
That's fine. It'll only be like a few minutes probably.
Okay.
Alright, come with me. Let's find a shortcut down there, this way. Well, I thought it was going to be a meeting about moonshine, but it turned out to be a lot more, so I'm glad we had that.
Yeah.
He seems business savvy and excited to participate in the vision.
Mm-hmm. Exciting.
Don't patronize me, woman.
I'm sorry. I'm a little worn out, that's all.
It's alright. bit chilly today.
I'm doing alright.
He asked me, did you hear him? He said, what should I call you? Mr. Cunningham or El
I did
Presidente?
hear that.
I said,
did hear that.
surprise me each time. It's always something different. Okay, that's the best way, I think, to get down right there. So up these stairs and through that ruin. Okay, alright. Duh, I'm stupid. Obviously, at some point in the near future, we need to figure out where all the mining spots are. Jesus, it's windy today. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Where all the mining spots are, and the best spots to chop trees as well. And then we'll post signs pointing people in the directions. Jesus. I'm kind of scared that fucking my little shack's gonna blow over. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay over here while you do that.
I don't blame you. Maybe if you want to stay inside one of the ruins, it might be safer. You might have a donkey fly through the air and smack you in the side of the head.
It's been 84 years. How much money do I still have in the bank? That's a question. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt. Oh, only 23K. Oh my god. Let's go gold bars and all the weaponry in the world. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Rich as fuck. Can you will money to people? What the hell does that mean? Booger's dead. Just do what you can. Kitty's around. Watch. Knock, knock. Anybody home? For gaming in compete mode, God is your cheat.
Well,
Win comfortably. God.
that was a good meeting. I like it when I get to tell people about my vision. Get somebody else hyped up on it just as much as I am. Although, it's quite a bit. So, some music. Fuck.
Leave them lights as they are and keep your clothes on. I've had
More than my fill.
whiskey and women and good-hearted villains.
Okay, good. The storm passed.
Wickedness in me still.
Doom, doom, boom.
Keep that gun locked away, boy. Well, you know you're an angry young man. Going in
I love when
6 rounds, you sure
I get to RP with somebody that buys into the RP. Like, obviously, I'm not a fucking president of this place, right? Like, in reality, my character that I've created has no literal authority over this place. But that's what RP is, though. That's what role-playing is. Because if I come over here and I just act like it and treat it like it and operate in such a way that, you know, how one would, how a president of this country would operate, and everybody around me wants to RP with me in that, then they just accept that that's what it is. But I guarantee you we're gonna have people that are gonna be like, you're not the fucking president, whatever. And even if the, you know, if the admin step in and say like, you can't pretend like you own this country, which is something they could do, something you might do. But hopefully they let me play ball as long as I do my part in handling it well and not being a douche about it or start, you know, breaking server rules over it. I think it should be fine, but hopefully they let me play ball and be acting. I think the RPG potential is great too. Imagine some other group coming in wanting to take over the island, and then we're having fucking gang wars on this island and running in around the ruins, jungle warfare or guerrilla warfare. That'd be so fun. And then we'd have to figure out what it means, how somebody does actually take over. You know, maybe best 3 out of 5 battles counts as a war, and then we'd have to ship out. And then have maybe a cooldown if we wanted to come back and try to counter takeover. I don't know. But there's so much potential in being a political figure. People aren't gonna like it. I'm gonna eventually rub something the wrong way with it. Someone's gonna test my power at some point. And then when I fucking do, I'll pull out my fucking machete, hack him to death. Just kidding. Hopefully. But I look the part, I think. I look good. Shit. Alright. Let's see. Our inventory. Keep a Word doc of all my inventory. That way I know what's selling, what's not selling. And also so I can remember what the hell how much I was selling stuff for. Okay, lockpicks are gone. There's something for $10 a piece. What? Two bullets. I think I'm going too in depth with this stuff too. That kind of girl. Break me down while you're putting on your crown oil. I could use crown oil right now. Crown and Coke. I wish I was as rich in real life as I am in this game. That would be amazing. I hope you understood what I was saying about wanting to not oh shit, I gotta get my horse. Not wanting to flood all my inventory in at once, so that way I'm giving multiple people opportunities to. I know that was kind of a passing statement that we talked about, but I hope he didn't miss it. I'd be much more open to some sort of official capacity. Let's see if I can hitch my horse up in here. Please tell me I can't hear. That'd be perfect. No. I don't need it. Go away. Get out of here, Denver. The better black market. Okay. Oh, I'm stupid. Stupid. 5. Deer jerky. 10. $2. I remember most of the prices of things. Everything's $5. All the food, I feel. Really need to get really need to get a way for people to make money here. That's going to be the main thing. The mine would be probably the easiest, because I could just buy all. I just got to figure out what all the things you get from mining. Maybe I'll take a mining day. Fuck. I don't want to mine, but maybe I have to. Gold panning as well. And then I could buy the gold nuggets. So the mining, yeah, I would set it up so they could sell the minerals back to me, and then I would just take them over to the place where you actually sell them to the government, and get my money back for them. So that wouldn't be losing any money off of buying the nuggets. I'd probably have to lose some money off of it, because it'd be a bit more complicated to figure out the exact number I'd need to sell it for to not. But if I sold for the exact number needed to not lose money, then the people who were doing it would lose money, because. Yeah, just to lose-lose, which I'm okay with taking the hit. That's why I have the money I have, is to give opportunities like that. To be able to lose money for the sake of RPing, role-playing. That's what we're here to do anyways. You laughed when I said 5. I don't want to sell you all of them. I just want to do some too. I'm gonna go 8. my only other option besides slow putting stuff in here is to putting a cap on how much people can buy, but I can't regulate that if I'm not here. How could I? There's no way to regulate that. Even if I were here, it'd be almost impossible to regulate. I'd be searching people's pockets every time they left the store. So obviously, I'm not going to do that. That's real dictatorship. But this is a smart way to do it, actually. Okay. Lockpicks are now behind the cooked bird meat for $3. Bacon's gone. Lockpicks. Bird meat, cooked pork. 225. 5. Steak for $5. Lockpicks we have. Steak. It's gonna be boring for a minute. Just updating my inventory here. Fried chicken for $5. I really need to make a spreadsheet instead of a Word doc. But put so much time in this Word doc. Some cost fallacies kicking in, and I don't feel like saving time in the long run by doing a bit more now. But it's my decision. We have the moonshine. Where's the moonshine? 8. Morty. I need to buy shit from Morty's shop too, just to help him stay. I wonder why he would be the only person here. It's pretty smart. I gotta get in touch with Morty. I gotta find Morty. Gotta find Morty. Okay. Cigarettes in here, is there? I was gonna add Binos just to get it out of here.
Mr. Cunningham?
Howdy. You want to get in here? Let me back out for you. If you happen to see Morty, if you happen to meet a Morty, if you see somebody coming and going from here, strike up conversation. Just be friendly, become friends with them. Let them know people are here and we're working on developing this place. And if you happen to bump into a Morty, give him my PO and tell him to send me a message.
Morty. Okay. Yeah, no worries.
I think Mortimer or something like that is the long name, but I think it's Morty for short.
Okay. Okay.
I'd love to talk to him since he already has a shop here and get him.
Really, that would be beneficial to us.
Yes, exactly. So.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go sub a little bit around the island and I'll see you.
Alright, I'll see you around. You know what? Let's keep some money here. Can I put? I can't. Well, never know when you're gonna need a little Money. Anyways, where were we? Tylenol. This water. Deer jerky's been moved. Big game chops, deer jerky. Fourteen of those. Okay. Tylenol, water, diamonds. 892. 16. 2 newspaper. No emeralds. We're down to 0. Pipe charges. Those are gone as well. 0. Joints. Those are gone as well. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. There. Normal arrow. 4, 3, 6 repeater ammo. 5 revolver. Cricket bait. Arms. 5 pistol ammo. Split point. We go to pistol and split point. I keep this piece of paper that tells me a price list for all of my products, and I keep it updated with how many I have in the store, so it kind of takes me a minute to adjust the inventory every once a day, you know.
Yeah, no.
So all right. Might call early today. Got up a little bit early today. First, I want to get the damn water back. Fuck. How fucking beautiful it is here.
western side took its toll on you, and all along you know what you had to do, but the western side took its toll on you. Night and day I took the roads that winded through the hills and under valley breeze. People said you'll know it when you find it, a place where people come to chase their dreams. Welcome to the magic tomb. All your dreams will come true. Welcome to the magic tomb. All your dreams will come true. All along you know what you had to do, but the western side took its toll on you, and all along you know what you had to do, but the western side took its toll on you.
is the talk of the town with the restless gun. Don't you bother to fool him around. Keeps the varmints on the run, boy. Keeps the varmints on the run. You may think he's a sleepy type guy, always takes his time. Soon I know you'll be changing your mind when you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use a gun. He's the top of the West, always cool, he's the best. He keeps alive with his Colt 45. When you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use a gun. He's the top of the West, always cool, he's the best. He keeps alive with this Colt 45. Who's the guy who's riding to town in the prairie sun? You won't bother to fool him around when you've seen him use a gun, boy. When you've seen him use his gun. the many things we learn. The building of a shrine, all it has to run. May the wind be at your back, good fortune touch your hand. May the cards lay out straight, all from your coming.
Howdy.
Howdy.
You alright?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just pretty sleepy.
Is that all you've been doing all day?
No.
Did you say no?
No, it's not all I've been doing.
You sure?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
And I work tomorrow. Not super long, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate, but it's how the world works, I suppose.
It is. Do you wanna see? Do you wanna see my other outfits that you'll hate?
Oh God, sure. Fella, you all right?
Cade.
Oh.
How goes?
Oh, for fuck's sake! What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just woke up, grinding the midnight oil.
I kind of thought you were just a local stranded or lost your way from Annisburg, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, the hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, I got the hat so I could get a little closer on the guns. You know, add some extra light.
No, that makes total sense, actually. Now that
Yes, sir.
Now that you say that, that's funny though.
Oh man, but what you guys getting into?
I think we're probably. Well, she's going to. That spotlight really works, doesn't it? That headlight.
Yeah, damn.
Oh yes, sir.
I think she's going to bed soon, but I'd be willing to maybe do some money-making things if you want up for it tonight.
All right, all right. Did I tell you about what I'm working on right now?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, well you know I'm trying to get them sticks before anybody else in the county does.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I've been working hard at that. I can make them. I just can't make ammo for them.
Oh.
So, yep, I'm the only person in the county that can make them right now. #1 gunsmith at the moment.
I might know of one other person.
So someone else has their hands above 50K? That's crazy.
I think so. Alcina, am I correct or no?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, I was thinking Molotovs. That's what I was thinking. That's
okay.
Probably
I was about
different.
to say, let me know. Let me know. I want to know where everybody's at.
Yeah, we know Foster can make Molotovs. So.
No, yeah, nah. Foster ain't there yet. He's been helping me with my journey. This is a real grind, man. It's crazy. Like you got to get to like I think 100K. I'm at 78 right now. I think.
Jeez.
Yep.
Well, when you get there, I'm gonna stock up on some because I didn't realize how hard they were to get.
Yep, I think fucking this. Yeah, I think I may have the highest hands period for like any crafting ability right now.
Probably. You probably do.
Yeah.
I do have some dynamite in storage. I just haven't touched it in months.
Smart man. Yep.
But not a lot. Just maybe one weapon and maybe like 5 to 8 ammo, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I only got like 2 left. I gotta get on this shit. I need a blacksmith. Do you have any in your family?
I don't think anymore.
We did.
Yeah, Victor was a blacksmith. I don't think.
Whoa, Doc. What about Doc?
Oh yeah, Doc.
Yeah, I could send a pigeon to one right now. I don't know if he's probably not awake right now, but I can get you guys in contact.
Please, thank you.
For sure.
I'm definitely down for that. Some money. I just got a little bit of crafting to do, and I gotta wait for a blacksmith.
I'm gonna send him a pigeon right now before I forget.
Thank you. I'm gonna go in my head for a little bit. I gotta handle something.
Okay.
Sure.
My blacksmith buddy needs you. I mean, my gunsmith buddy needs you. Oops. Alright. So you want to go over to the wardrobe? To the parlor house? I should probably... let me make one quick trip to the bank. Awfully rainy the last couple days.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's not for being on roads, actually. It kind of keeps the dust off.
Alright. Come on, Denver. Cole with his damn mining hat. You know, mining on the island might be the next most important thing to get going, actually.
Yeah.
Lots of new people to the county love to do it, or maybe not love to do it, but that's where they start. And I could just once a day take a truck of materials that they sell back to me and sell them to the government and break even on the materials they're getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the government buys ore for 50 cents, then I'll buy it from people who are mining on the island for 50 cents. Hell, maybe even 60. Fuck it, you know? And then I'll take all the ore to the government shop and get all or at least most of my money back from buying it off people on the island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no loss proposition financially. Where do you want me to sit? Do you want me to sit in here? You want to do like a little fashion show thing?
It's only I only finished a couple. Let me see. Hold on, let me check.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit out there. You just fashion show them, alright?
Oh, okay.
Whose store was I gonna? Oh fuck! I was gonna buy out Morty's store. Fuck. Let's get an ale. I like their ales here. They're pretty good. A couple. Let's go have 3. Alright. You gotta, hold on. You gotta walk down. So you start at the door.
Gee.
You gotta walk down by the plant. Give me a little spin. Stand there for a second. Let me evaluate. And then then I'll let you know and you can walk. Howdy.
Hello.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Somebody left a horse out there unattended. Gold Torco man.
Yep, that would be mine.
Yeah, just letting you know, people might take stuff from it.
Oh yeah, I love giving people an opportunity for me to shoot them.
All right then. Just making sure.
Appreciate it though. All right, so give me a little you know, give me a little little catwalk, a little twirl at the end.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
What do you want me to start over? That's it. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
go back. You gotta do it the right way. A little twirl. Maybe one more. And now come face me. I don't mind this one. I like this, actually. You look like
Interesting.
You look like you're gonna sit under a tree and play an acoustic guitar, and I'm okay with that.
Alright.
I like it. Or you're going to be the hippest bank robber in the fucking county.
Interesting.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I might add more accessories at some point.
Yeah, you definitely need to add a little jewelry for sure. Maybe a gauge if you can find one. Nose ring, something like that. What?
It get worse from here. I need it.
That was on purpose, wasn't it?
Not necessarily. One of them's not. I have to go change something on it first, but. Oh, this one's fun.
What the hell is that? Oh god. Just gonna face this way. What are you wearing? You look like you need a cane, and you're gonna do some sort of line dance with 12 beautiful women on either side of you in sparkly dresses in Chicago on a stage. That's what you look like. You look like you belong in a musical that's gonna exist called The Music Man.
I don't know that I hate that.
You look like a man.
I don't hate that. Oh, I mean,
with long hair and a girly face. You look like you should be selling minty flavored gum and have a twin.
I mean, I told you you wouldn't like them. I mean, like, I literally prefaced this whole thing.
You look like you are a mint, a peppermint. You look like a peppermint. That's what you look like.
Good. It's called, like, I think I called it green moment. So.
Peppermint Alcina. Peppermint patty bullshit. Trying to find
Why
something.
are you getting angry?
I do like the bows in the hair, though. And you got the. I mean, you match well. You look like you're trying to be camouflaged in the jungle and also have bad style.
Anyway, I'm gonna go finish the one. Hold on.
Hope it's better than that one.
Excuse me?
I hope it's better than that one.
Oh no.
I need a cigarette.
You're overreacting. This one's for Halloween.
You're underreacting.
Oh my gosh. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna show you that one.
Probably a smart move.
I am gonna go finish this other one first, though.
About how long should I expect you to take?
I just need to change one thing, so not very long. Possibly two. I don't know how I feel about the hat. We'll see.
Jesus. You know, that green outfit really matched the drapes in here. What kind of artwork we got here?
It's over now. You don't have to.
Flowers. Notice. Profanity, foul language, and other something behavior is prohibited while on these premises. Anti-social. I can play the piano on accident. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go play blackjack. Fuck this. Did I save any money for it? Fuck.
Bets in. That's it for bets. 10 here. 1 off. 20. 20. Bets, please. Maybe we'll see you around.
Play some blackjack. Fuck it.
Let's see your bets.
Big balls, $1.
No more bets this round.
All right.
Got a 2.
Heads up.
6.
6. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me a card.
Okay, 16.
16. Oh, for fuck's sake. Little.
That's
fuck.
That. Bets in.
Hey babe, can I borrow $1?
Oh my gosh.
Or more?
All the best.
The bastard stole my money. Oh, you're a horse trainer.
I might change the hat.
Well, what's up with the belt? You're the fucking first lady of an island. You can afford better than a ringy string bingy belt.
I just thought it matched.
It matches. If you had a homeless outfit on, it would match it pretty perfectly.
Why can't it just be cute with a little bow on it? Why does it have to just be like, ooh, it's a rope?
I guess it can be, but you look good.
Mm.
You look like you're a horse trainer.
That's so specific.
I don't know. It's just the pants and the boots and the cowboy hat.
I thought about changing the hat. I couldn't find a hat that I liked.
I don't mind this outfit so much. This is your Halloween? Oh, you're horse trainer for Halloween?
No. I told you I wasn't going to show you that one.
Oh, well, I didn't know if you changed your mind.
No. No, I did not.
You kind of look like you're matching the dealer a bit there, almost.
Interesting. I wanted to make like I want to make 2 more off the top of my head. I'll save those.
I'll make a fancy schmancy date night Saint Denis outfits at some point, probably. What? You got an issue with that?
No, I was just trying to think like what I would make that you wouldn't hate.
Speaking of which, where the hell's Cassie been? I haven't seen her in forever.
Nobody has. Either is Ashlyn. I'm not sure where she went exactly, but I know she hasn't been around at all.
Maybe she's visiting family elsewhere. Maybe she's in Colorado, California. Took a train. Maybe she's seeing the countryside.
So you hate the green one, you don't hate the blue one.
Love the black one.
You like the one with the hat.
I am allowed to have an opinion about these things, right? Like, not telling you what to do, but I'm allowed to have my own opinions about how I feel about them.
I mean, I obviously still wear outfits that you don't like. It's not like I get rid of them, if that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying you can't be mad at me for having an artistic opinion.
I mean, no, I just won't wear them around you, but I'll still wear them.
That green one matched the curtains here. You see the drapes?
Mm-hmm.
In case you didn't know. I kind of want that. I like that chandelier, but I don't like the green on it. I don't like the green.
Do you have something against green?
No.
Is that...
But these are all like not good shades of green, you know?
I don't know. An idea I would have for a Saint Denis outfit would probably be in the green family.
I like this place. I like the parlor house. Did you see the water pump on the ROC?
Yeah.
Is it functional? Is there water
Yep.
running to it? Okay, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yep.
Look at Denver Jr. He's so cute. Look at him. Happy boy. Little tail wagging. You don't like him?
I bought him.
Doesn't mean you like him. I bought you.
What?
I'm kidding. Oh, the gloves too make it look like a horse training thing too. Look like riding gloves. Also, I don't know how I feel about you wearing something so purely white, because it makes my shirt look really rough.
What the fuck?
No, I mean, it's fine. I'm joking, but... I mean, I'm in Guarma sweating up my ass off in this thing, you know, so it makes sense. And I'm working and building and... I've got a stash of dynamite on the island too.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So it's over in these ruins way up north side of the island.
Oh.
I think I showed you the ruins before. I think we've been there once. But we blew up all the dynamite. I replaced it though.
Oh, nice.
So, it'd be really cool if we were on the island and we had to execute somebody, tie them up and toss them on the dynamite, blow them to fucking a million pieces.
Just burn him in the basement.
In the basement.
Yeah, there's a downstairs.
That's good too. That's a good idea too. That's brilliant. I mean, you're the executioner. This is supposed to be your specialty. You ugly bastard. No wonder everybody leaves you. There, girl. It's alright. Are you laughing at me?
Maybe.
Good, you should. Do you hear the noise this makes coming out of the sheath?
Yeah.
And putting it away?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice sound. Makes me want to hack somebody up with this thing. Yeah, I don't mind. I like that one. I don't mind that one.
Interesting.
Why is it interesting?
It just is.
If I chopped your ponytail off right now, you pigtails.
You'd be more sad than I would.
That's very true.
Hello.
Howdy. Denver, what are you doing? What the hell? Come on, boy. Ready to lay down?
Yeah, I think so.
You want to go back to the house? Or do you want to lay
Sure.
under the stars tonight? Stars are closer.
Yeah.
If that has any impact, I don't care.
It
either way.
might. Stars sound nice.
Looks like it's gonna be a nice night tonight.
Hopefully not rain.
You want to go to Joey's house?
Sure.
Well, I mean, there's something else you want to do?
No, I can just. I can do it tomorrow.
Do what tomorrow?
Just. Okay. Make more outfits.
We need to get on this. We need to do some camp stuff too. I mean, it's already, 5 days past tax day, and we haven't done anything to contribute towards the camp tax.
Yeah.
We gotta have a day of just doing that.
Right.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the next day. Maybe Friday.
Yeah, I'm probably more free Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, me too.
Sunday I probably wouldn't be around, but neither would you anyway. Monday I'm probably will be around, but
Okay, I can't remember. I won't remember this far ahead of time, so there's no point telling you.
my boss found out it's my birthday on Monday. So.
Birthday on Monday, nice.
You won't remember that far ahead, so it doesn't matter.
Have you gotten Deborah back yet?
Nope, because where's Tony then?
It's a great question.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't. Aurora hasn't gotten trained because I had Iris give her back because she wasn't around and I just missed her. And I gave Deborah to Tony and he hasn't been around, so.
I miss Deborah. I didn't realize I would miss Deborah.
He hasn't even been around for me to even ask if I could just have her back. So.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, next time whenever you get Deborah back, let me know. I'd like to see her.
Mm-hmm.
We had an interesting day together that one day. I had her. Oh shit. Have you noticed that whenever you let your horse lead the way, without specifically telling them where to go, they always go the wrong way that you actually want them to go?
Yeah.
You would think by now we'd be on the same damn page.
At some point in the next couple days, I gotta be on duty.
That's understandable. I need to write a story. Well, actually, I have yours still in the holster, so I don't really need to, but I'd like to start working on one. Maybe I'll give them 2 stories for the first edition. The first edition of this new staff. Also, we're getting paid per story as well on top of our salary now.
Nice. I'm a senior undertaker now. I might have to review.
That's how fucking long I've sat on this story.
I know.
It's been over a month.
I know.
Ingrid just quit, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
She was doing so many signs, and granted, I kept telling her, like, if you don't, just don't do them if you don't want to. Don't feel overwhelmed.
Right.
Just don't do it. Just tell people no. But I think she had a hard time doing that, and so she expressed to us, like us as in the staff, and even me specifically, that she felt overwhelmed by the whole thing, and wanted our help, and even created made, I guess, a spot, carved out a spot for her to, she gave directions to make every sign that she's ever made to like the rest of us, and said, here's some templates if you want to use them, if not, it's fine. The day she quit, she walked into the office, she put a long list of people, it was like 40 different people, and signs they were requesting down on the manager's desk, and was like, okay, well, this is no longer my responsibility. I'm overwhelmed and not doing this anymore.
Oh my god.
And she was like, have fun, guys. And the rest of us, I think we're just kind of like, we just don't want to do it, so we're just not going to do it. I mean, we're not required to do it,
Right.
Oh. No entry, that's where we enter. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're gonna catch the sunset. Wow. That's pretty.
It's always so brief, but
I know. This Earth turns a lot faster than I thought it would.
yeah,
Or than I was taught, I guess.
true. We've managed to catch it in this spot a couple times, so it's a good time.
Yep.
You know, we never picked the most comfortable spots.
It's okay. I pick them for other reasons. If it was too comfortable, other people would take them.
Yeah. Alright.
Plus, I love the sound of the harbor bells. I love the sound of the squawking birds, seagulls. I love the distant sound of the trains and the factories.
That's why I like it in Saint Denis. And also Van Horn.
I used to hate the sound of industrialization. Used to only like the sounds in nature.
I like both.
But you know, the sounds of the city just remind me that, you know, we're not alone.
Never.
Also, I've come to think of city lights. It's like stars scattered across the ground, scattered across the earth. You want to know one of my favorite spots on this roof? Obviously overlooking the water is nice, but come over here. This spot is the best view of the Saint Denis sign, city sign. It's hard to see at night, but in the daytime.
I like it.
Besides all the black clouds flowing out of the cylinder tubes. It's pretty.
I don't know, it kind of adds to it.
Yeah, I got a feeling though, if you were sitting right next to the spout, the opening, and breathing in that smog, it'd fucking kill you pretty quick.
Oh, probably. Absolutely.
Is that a church steeple way off in the distance there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look here. I like it here.
Me too.
Imagine owning one of those mansions. Would you ever do that? Own a mansion?
No. I don't think so. I'd rather own an island. You know,
I've thought about it.
I mean, it would have its novelties, no doubt. But, I don't know. The thing about having a big place to live in, having your friends and family all live in a mansion with you, the bigger house you live in, the more spread out, you know, you are physically from your family. But having a nice, smaller house, I mean, you got no choice,
Yeah.
you know, but to be close to those you love. Sure, it exacerbates problems sometimes, but it also exacerbates the love, I feel.
Yeah. That's true.
But it would also be a pretty big flex to own a mansion.
Maybe one day I'll upgrade. I'm pretty happy with my house, though.
We could go there tonight if you want.
Sure.
I kind of forgot you had a house, to be honest. Sorry.
It feels like a flex to me to have bought it out from under somebody like I did.
Hell yeah, that's my girl.
Especially somebody close to Harry Hensley.
Are you not a fan of him?
No. Can't say I am.
I don't see how I could ever.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I can't hate him, but I also can't love him. I can't hate him because at least he came to me face to face, you know, and said, I need the money, you know.
Mm.
I have a lot more respect for that than somebody creeping around in a bush and biting me on the heel like a snake, you know.
He's a snake in other ways.
I agree. I don't think he was completely honest when I went to talk to him after. I don't know if he's ever been completely honest with me about anything, to be honest.
I don't know that he's ever been completely honest with anyone.
I feel like he's like most people. This is one of those people that says one thing and then does something else, you know. He wants you to look at his right hand while he's swinging a left hook. I try to be a person that says, hey, I'm going to hit you with an uppercut while I'm throwing my uppercut, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Try to have principles. I mean, everyone has principles, but I think the difference is some people hold tight to them and other people deviate or forsake them for the right price, or, you know.
Right. I don't know if I'll make it to my house, to be honest.
It's alright.
I need to remember to check on the flowers tomorrow.
What flowers?
Flowers outside of my house.
Oh. Come on, let's go out of view.
I haven't been up there in a couple days.
I know, that's why I was offering to go there, because I
forgot it was a thing.
Yeah. Been so distracted by this island.
Yeah.
But you know, it's really cool when someone comes up to you. The way that Shay was talking to me was it seemed very respectful, you know, and very, that was nice. I'm anticipating eventually, somewhere along the line, someone calling into question the legitimacy of my presidency.
Right. I'm sure.
That's okay, though. They're gonna learn. Some people need to learn the hard way.
Yeah, you're right.
You're always so dramatic when you do that. You know, could just do it like that, a little more gentle. Bedtime?
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
People said you'll know it when you find it. Place where people come to chase their dreams. Welcome to the magic tomb. All your dreams will come true. Welcome to the magic tomb. All your dreams will come true. All along you know what you had to do, but the western side took its toll on you. And all along you know what you had to do, but the western side took its toll on you. Night and day I took the roads that winded through the hills and under valley breeze. People said you'll know it when you find it. Place where people come to chase their dreams. Welcome to